Guess who's back? Oh, did you miss me? So listen, I don't have a damn thing to talk about, but because I'm waiting on P, we were supposed to do a conspiracy live. I don't know. It's getting pretty late. I don't know if we're still going to do it or not. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm in here ducked off hiding out because I can't stop cooking. I done got into one of these zones and the reason the title says fruity shit, my cousin makes muscadine wine. And for the people that are not Southerners, I don't even know if you all know what muscadines are, but they're this fruit that they kind of look like a grape until you bite into it. The skin is really thick and it's just an awesome taste. But anyway, she takes this and she makes wine. So guess who was the taste tester? And they do this. Let me tell you why they think they slick. Because when I get tipsy, when I get in my wine and my music, I like to cook when I'm in that zone. They have gotten on me like my bestie gets on me all the time. Like, you really need to have a notepad in the kitchen with you while you're in that zone, because I never make a dish the same way twice. I just get to create stuff like, oh, this sounds good, and I bet this will be good with that, and then I can't recreate it because it's something that I done came up with while I'm tipsy. But they also, they understand. I like to cook when I get in my little wine. You know what I'm saying? So I think they baited me, but the thing is, I can't stop. I made this strawberry cake. Let's go through my list. I made steaks. I made greens I like to put my okra on the top of my greens when I make them. And I have to make 2 separate pots because Mr. don't like okra. God, okra can't touch anything he eats. So then I have to separate it and make my pot and put the okra on it and let it just simmer when the greens are almost done. So I made the steaks, the greens, the smothered potatoes, and gravy and cornbread and lemonade from scratch and iced tea from scratch. And then I made this strawberry cake, but I didn't feel like making a icing for the strawberry cake. So I made this topping that I heard like years ago. I heard some old white women in a movie talking about this topping. So I haven't tried it yet, but I made it. It's a cup of sugar, a cup of Karo syrup, and a cup of fruit cocktail. But I put mostly strawberries. But yeah, so you mix that and bake it to a golden bubbly. And so that's what's going on top of this damn strawberry cake when it's all ready. And then I grabbed beef stew got in my brain. And so I started the beef stew from scratch with I had to come hide. I had to get out of the kitchen because I'll be in there cooking all night. This is just what I do. And then everything goes into a Tupperware bowl and goes into the freezer because who's going to eat all this food, right? Also, though, the reason the title says fruity-ish, because muscadine wine started all this. But the other reason that it says fruity stuff is because I wish Yaya was here, because she and I talked about this damn apple that Mr. bought one of the Honey Grants, a bag of apples in, I want to say it was February, but they left before all of the apples got eaten. And the apple never, let me just show y'all. Here's the apple. This apple was bought in February. And I just kept it. It's my science project now. I wanted to see how long this apple would sit and not, it's a little right on, right there. You can see it's a little wrinkled or whatever. But we bought these in February. What the hell is up with that? So I cannot take it anymore. I've been wanting to cut this apple just to see what the inside looks like, but I wanted to see how long it was going to take till it rotted or whatever, but it won't rot and I can't take it anymore. So I'm getting ready to cut this apple. So yeah, if you see this on the replay, this is my science project apple that we discussed. And I'm going to cut it this way. Look at that. And then did you know it's not going to show because my camera is stupid. But if you cut an apple in half this way, it's a little star. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a star shape where the seeds are. It's a little, but I wish that y'all could see that more clear. I'm looking at it. It looks really washed out, but can somebody explain to me why this apple February was how many months ago? And this apple hasn't. That is the weirdest crap ever. I don't know what was up with that, but I find it quite scary. I find it quite scary and weird. But yeah, anyway, I had to get my hind parts out of that kitchen because I'll be cooking all night. And it's really nobody, because the cousins have, the ones that got a good meal out of me and booked out, you know how that go. They're not here and I'm still cooking. So I had to just get up out of there before I overdo it. Hey, Sophie. How you doing, my Sophie? Sophie, I had to run. They got me. I got in one of them zones where I'm in that kitchen and I'll be cooking all night if I don't stop myself. So I had to just come out of there and figure out something to do. We were supposed to be doing a conspiracy live tonight, but I don't think we're going to do it because P don't usually go live this late. So something or another must have happened. But I'm tipsy and bored and probably won't be able to get no sleep anytime soon. So I decided to just come down and talk to the people. I'm trying to think what the heck has been going on. Hey, young MIA. I've been trying to catch up because I was gone for a minute. I had to go and do some, handle some real life situations. So I've been gone for a minute. And most of what I've seen since I've been back, to be perfectly honest, I'm not interested at all. And I know that, I don't know. It's like you'd be damned if you do and damned if you don't to say something because I say I'm not interested. That is not a shot. It's not it's only so many hours in a day. And there's only so many people that I can watch and really follow. I try to support, if I come across people, I try to support who I support, but it's only so many hours in a day. And if I'm not interested, that's not a shot at anybody. I don't have time like that to be keeping up with who humping who and who getting fat and who shot John and who friends today and beefing tomorrow that's going to be friends again the next day. I don't have that kind of time. I don't know how many hours is in everybody else's day, but it's only 24 in mine. And I just don't have time like that. But I've been trying to, catch up since I've been back and see what's what. And that whole situation, and, say hi and drop by to all the people that I love and the ones that love me back. But, word on the curb is that Newbie don't shit diamonds. No, Newbie don't shit gold, and she ain't innocent. I don't recall ever having said that I'm innocent. There's nothing new. Yeah, I about figured. I don't remember saying that I was innocent. Did y'all ever hear me say that? Because I don't remember saying that. There's nothing innocent about me. I just am who I am. And I just move the way that I move. I'm trying to stay out of the way. And let people do what they do. And be who they are. And that's it. These greens are so good. And I heard who was that today? Where was I at? And somebody said, where the hell was I at? Because somebody made the statement to somebody else. You skinny. I know you can't cook. Skinny as you are, I know you can't cook. And I was like, huh? Were they playing? Because I weigh like a $105 soaking wet with bricks in both back pockets. And I will cook you under the table. Is that a thing that people think small people can't cook? Now, I know I used to get it a lot when I was young, that people were shocked because I could cook. My mom could cook, and I followed her, and just that whole thing. So when I was younger, I didn't really sweat it when people thought I couldn't cook because I was young. And they just assumed I was younger and could whatever. But now, skinny mean you can't cook? Is that what that's supposed to mean? It's called portion control, for one. I don't know. Y'all help me out. Is that a thing that people think skinny people can't cook? I don't even know if I'm in the skinny category no more because I done, gained a little weight in my old age. So I don't know if I'm in the skinny category anymore, but slim or small or whatever you want to call it. Is that a thing that people think people can't cook because they're skinny? And on the opposite side of that same coin, do y'all think that people can cook just because they're big? I cannot. Is it buffoonery, young MIA? I don't know. Because I've seen it all over. Listen, I know a lot of big people that cannot boil water. And I know a lot of skinny people that will cook you under the table. I don't think weight has anything to do with capability in the kitchen. That's ridiculous. And until today, I didn't even know that was because when that statement was made, it had to be on Pizarro's because that's where I've been today. Pizarro done a pretty long, it had to be over there. But people in the chat were kind of agreeing with it. I didn't know that was a thing, y'all. I didn't know that was a thing. But anyway, back to what I was saying. These greens that I made, and these were on the spur of the moment, just got a taste in my mouth and threw these greens in on because I got 900 bags of greens in the freezer. So they already cleaned and cut in that whole deal. Hey, Vibrant. And so I just take a bag out, at will. I got a taste for it. Ooh, that's the thing about me. The people in my real life will tell you when I say, ooh, I have a taste for, that's when you want to follow me into that kitchen. Because when I get a taste for something, I put my foot in it. And I do pretty good, I guess. I always said the kids eat it and Mr. eat it. But as time went by and I became the hired cook for the family. Yeah, I can cook, but baby, it is my moods. My food tastes different. I can taste it and my family can taste it depending on my mood. So when I get a taste for something, because am I rambling? I'm a little tipsy. Shut up. I'm not the biggest meat eater in the world. I eat meat, everything but pork. I don't do pork. And it's not for religious reasons. It is for a very simple reason. As a young person, I saw a real life pig and smelled it and watched it, and I just don't do pork. But I'm not a big meat eater. Like when growing up, when my mom would cook, I would eat like the sides, the starch and the vegetable and the bread, and not eat the meat. I eat meat in spells, but I cook it. And then most of the time when I'm cooking for somebody else, i.e. my family, I'm not hungry by the time I get done cooking. I don't feel like eating. I do not eat in the morning whenever. I'm not an early riser, but whenever I wake up, I'm not a breakfast person or anything like that. So when I actually get a taste to cook something for me, it's the best thing you ever ate in your life. But I never make a dish the same way twice. I'm forever throwing stuff in and adding this and that sounds like that'll be good. And some of it looked quite weird when when I'm putting it together, but it always come out right. And something else that I thought everybody done. I think this had to have started with my parents because I've been doing it my whole life. On my greens, and collards are my favorite. But hey, Fifi, on my greens, I cut up fresh tomato, fresh onion, sprinkle a little vinegar and hot sauce. And that's the only way to eat greens to me. But it's so many people that said I've never heard of that, never ate it that way. Hell, I thought it was a thing, but maybe it's just a newbie thing. But it's good. So if y'all haven't tried it, try it. Fresh tomatoes and fresh onions on top of the greens. And that's for any, I don't really like cabbage. I like all greens except for cabbage. I will eat them when my mom cooks them, but I am not a fan at all. But on your greens, hold on. I'm going to try to put this on the camera. Y'all know I don't be knowing what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to show y'all. Can y'all see that? That's collards with fresh tomatoes and fresh onions cut up on top of that joint. Child. Get all the way into it. And some hot sauce or some good old homemade. No, I don't like Tabasco. I use Tabasco to make my buffalo wings. But I don't like Tabasco on just like as far as sprinkling on stuff because it's got that twang in there that I don't want. My favorite hot sauce is Frank's Red Hot because it's just spicy enough that you can still enjoy the food without it overpowering. You said you would take my word. I'm telling you, Fifi, try it. But yeah, Frank's is my favorite. And then wait a minute. God, I don't feel like going way back there to get it. Y'all know I don't do holidays, right? And one of my friends, as a gag gift, sent me this Christmas arrangement. It had cheese and sauces and all of the things, but the hot sauce was in this little container that looked like it had the string on it. It looked like an ornament, a little round bottle with the little, it looked like a Christmas tree ornament, but it didn't have a label on it. When I tell you that is the best hot sauce, I have Googled and Woogled and everything trying to find that damn hot sauce. I got like a drop left in the bottom of that bottle, and I'm saving it for something real good, like some of my mama's fried chicken. That is the best hot sauce ever, and I cannot find it. I don't know where they got that basket from. And of course, they won't tell me. MU says she puts tomato. Vibrant. Who was that? Me and my YouTube hubby, Dwayne. We were just going back and forth about that. I think MU is trolling when she goes to talking about these recipes of hers. And trolling or not, it is entertaining and hilarious. But I really think she's trolling us when it comes to her cooking. I don't think she's being serious when she does that. I think the addition of fresh tomato and onion helps to liven up the greens that have cooked along. It's just, I'm telling y'all, try it. My stuff will sound weird, but it always works. Same thing with my clothes. I know I'm jumping subjects, but same thing with my clothes. When I buy clothing or I'm laying my clothes out, my daughters every time, like, that is so ugly. That shirt is hideous. But when I put the outfit together, it looked right. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds weird, but give it a chance. And that's the thing. As far as the clothes, I'm not a mannequin shopper. I do not follow trends. I don't give a damn what everybody's wearing this season. I don't want to look like everybody else. I like what I like. And I put my outfits together piece by piece. I have some items still hanging with the tag because I see a outfit in my head and this shirt go with it, but I ain't found the rest of the pieces to put the outfit together, so that shirt's still hanging there type thing, if you get my meaning. I don't dress off of a mannequin, and I don't care to look like what everybody else is looking like. I don't like trends. I don't do trends at all. Never have. That has never been my thing. I don't want to keep up with the latest fashion. I want to look like me. And that's how that goes. And as much, I like quality clothing. I do, depending on what the garment is, right? Because some things last better and have more endurance, but I'm not a label person either. I have labels, and when I buy labels, it's for the quality. It's not for the name. I don't even like Coach is one of my favorite. And I heard some younger people like teasing somebody else about Coach. Coach is outdated. It might be to whoever, but Coach is one of my favorite brands because it is durable. When I get a purse, I wear it to death. And Coach, I don't give a damn what you do to Coach. You can run it over with an 18-wheeler. That leather is not going to move. It's not going nowhere. And I like big bags, and I pack a lot of stuff in my bag. So I need a big, durable bag, and Coach is that for me. But when Coach got to making all them little colorful bags and I didn't buy those. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like big bags with a lot of compartments if I can find them. And that is hard to find. Big bags with a lot of compartments. Usually if you get the big old bag, it's just one big bucket of a bag. And I like different compartments because I like everything to be in order and have its place. Hey, ZX, how you doing? We ain't talking about nothing. All right, young MIA, thanks for stopping by. We ain't talking about nothing. Herb and the weather and food and this damn muscadine wine that my cousin made, and I was the taste tester, and now I'm over here tipsy. And when I get tipsy, I go to cooking. So I had to find a way to get out the damn kitchen. And this was it, to come over here and bore y'all to death. So anyway, hey. And this apple, were y'all in here? Wait a minute. Let me show y'all this apple again. I just cut it a little while ago tonight. This apple was purchased in February. And I don't eat these kind of apples. I like Granny Smiths and McIntosh. I think this is a red delicious. It was bought for the honey grands, and then they went home, and so all the apples they didn't eat them, and I just didn't get around to getting rid of the apple. And as time went by, I started noticing that the apple looked pretty much, just like it did when I first bought it. So then it became a science project. I kept it just to see how long it would stay looking like it looked when we bought. Now, again, just a little bit here. We bought this in, I want to say February, right there. If you all can see that, it's a little wrinkled right there. But other than that, this apple has been sitting out. So I finally cut it tonight. Just cut it since I've been on this live for those that just got in here. And you really, I don't know if y'all can see that. My camera is stupid, but it just looks normal. What is up with that? That makes me scared. What are they feeding us? Why is that preserved so well? I promise you, that's spooky to me. Hey, pizza, you in here, girl. I thought we was doing the conspiracy live. That's why I came over here. I was waiting on you, so I thought I would kill time while we don't have while we was waiting on you. But I figured you was asleep or busy, because I know you don't usually go live late. But if you still want to do it, let's do it. I can close out and we can do the conspiracy thing if you want to do it. So just let me know. And also, happy late Father's Day to all of the men. You said no telling what's in it. I know, that's creepy, right? It just really makes me think about all the things that I've eaten that didn't sit around since February. You know what I'm saying? What are they feeding us? What is happening here? And then, Y'all got to excuse me because I'm probably jump around subjects a lot. But listen, in the state of Mississippi, if you have a garden, you now have to go register and be licensed to grow a garden. Not not the people that go to the farmers market and sell their stuff. I'm talking about right now, tomorrow, if I decided to grow me some tomatoes in my backyard on my land, hey mother, I have to register to do it. Now make that make sense. That is nothing but a money grab for all of the people that, like a lot of my family members, we don't go to I got family members that grow vegetables and this and that and the third. So I don't go buy fruit and vegetables from Walmart anymore. Because again, like this dumbass apple that I just showed y'all, I got family that grow all that. So I buy it from them. But to stop, apples can have a shelf life. But since February, I'm telling you, that apple was it was purchased in around February. It might have been longer than that, but February for sure is when I started paying attention. But yeah, so for all of the people, like I don't have that's not going to be my issue because I can't grow nothing. I don't know what my issue is, but I will kill a rubber plant. I can't do it. My mother has a green thumb. She can grow anything, and she always had beautiful plants all through the house. I wanted to be that person, but I'm not. I can't grow things. But for the people, you have people even in apartments, they have ways that you can grow things inside the house. I don't know too much about it, but I know that it can be done for people in apartments, or you got a balcony and you can make a little, grow certain things, spices and this and that, small things, you can grow it. The state of Mississippi said, nope. State of Mississippi said they want their bread any kind of way they can get it. They're trying to stop people from growing their own, I find that disgusting. I find that disgusting and appalling. And when I was having this conversation with somebody, they were saying, well, if you in your own yard, like my house in the country, we have 3 acres. So yeah, I could put something way, way back on the back 40 and nobody would see it, like my sons was trying to do at one point, but that's a whole nother story, if you get my meaning. But it's just the simple, I don't know how they would find it, but it's a lot of Karens in the world, so somebody gonna tell it. But it's just the sheer fact that they would pass such a law for me, that you can't even grow your own whatever. That's stupid. I can understand, again, people who are growing things to sell at the farmers markets, or, a lot of people, I'm assuming these are just regular people. I don't know if y'all seen that, but in Mississippi, you can drive down the road and it's somebody with a truck backed up and he got a load of tomatoes. He got a load of watermelons. You could just get upside the road. You can just get that. I can understand them having to be licensed or register what they're growing, but me to just like now, my honey grand, she want to grow a sunflower, in which I thought that was cute because a long time ago, when I was in elementary school, we had a little science situation and we made sunflowers and grew them in this little styrofoam cup. And I brought it home and me and my dad planted that sunflower in his yard. And all these years, sunflowers come back on their own. All these fucking years later, unless my dad tricked me and replanted some sunflowers, those sunflowers still grow there. So when my little honey grand brought home the sunflower, that touched my heart. And okay, let's go plant the damn sunflower and that whole thing. So you mean to tell me and honey grand got to go register because we're growing sunflowers? Because I'm really can't wait till it get to the point where we can get the seeds out of it and do the thing. We got to go register. We need a license to do that. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I think I'm about done running my mouth. And hold on. Y'all got me until I finish this last glass of this muscadine wine. I don't know how this girl do this. I know she says she have to drain it 1,000,000 times. But it is good, and it does not. It don't taste like it's got alcohol in it. It just tastes like a really good fruity juice. But it's muscadine wine, and it's delicious. And they did this shit to me on purpose. On a what's today? Tuesday. It was only on a ground. Window boxes, Vibrant. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it's people that live in apartments that do that, but it's not in the great state of Mississippi. I have always called this place "Do What the Fuck You Want to Do," Mississippi, because I don't understand their laws here. I don't understand their laws at all, up to and including when, and I think Mother was there when did I do a live or was I on somebody else's? Might have been on his live, and I was talking about when one of my drivers popped off at the mouth, and I had my friend to drive me down to Texas to get one of my trucks, and I didn't tell him he in the hotel tricking off with a lot lizard and saying some slick shit to me. So I went down there, creeped up in the middle of the night, got my truck and drove it on. And we parked it in the house in the city. I should have took it to the country. They don't give a damn what I do down there, but it was parked in the driveway here at the house. Would you not know that we got a letter from the city saying that we had so many days to move that truck or they was going to tow it out of our yard? I don't understand. If it break the concrete, it's our concrete to have to fix. And the other thing about it is that the gates are, I don't know exactly how tall, but the gate's tall as hell. You couldn't even see nothing but the pipes on the truck. How is this truck bothering the city? But they damn sure told us that if we don't move it, they coming to tow it. And of course, me and Mr. went back and forth because I'm like, we just don't need no problem. Just move the damn truck, take it down to the country, whatever. Because he said, I want them to come in my yard trying to get. But I said, Mr., we can't do that. We live around a bunch of them pale people that eat mayonnaise sandwiches. And I just don't want no trouble. So, yeah. But I think that's ridiculous. How was that truck hurting them? It's in our yard. Because I know a lot of places don't want you parking 18-wheelers on their property because they're heavy and they will, bust up the concrete or whatever. But if I bust my concrete in my driveway, how does that bother you? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of the laws, and that's national laws that don't make sense. Like seatbelts, that has never made sense to me. Why we got to wear seatbelts? What if this today I just want to, hit my brakes and bust my head on my steering wheel? It's my head to bust. Why y'all care? I have never understood the need to have to wear seatbelts. And I remember Big Newbie got into a car accident. And the way that car was crushed, what had happened was it threw her, the impact threw her, and she was literally like on the passenger side of the car under where your feet would go. She was down there. That's where the impact threw her. But the steering wheel and the seat where she would have been sitting were so close together that had she been in that seat, she would have died. There is no way she would have survived that. It would have crushed her. You know she got a goddamn ticket for no seatbelt. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then them damn head knocking off of people as, what you call them? Airbags. Any vehicle that I got, and most of my vehicles are antique. I don't give a damn what y'all say about old cars. I like classic vehicles. But any car that I have that I get the option to turn that airbag off, I turn it off because it's just more trouble than it's worth. Anyway. All these damn greens hitting. James, you still in here? Yaya had talked me into making a green mixture. When I make my mustards and turnips, I always mix those together with a little bit of the turnip root. And then I like kale. I like collards. I like spinach, all of the greens except, I said this already, cabbage. I will eat cabbage if it's cooked right, but it's not one of my go-tos. I rarely cook cabbage unless somebody else wants it because it's just not one of my favorites. But Yaya said to mix the kale and the collards. Did I say that earlier? Anyway, so yeah, I don't know where she at, but I mix my kale and my collards, and it is hitting. And then I steam that okra when the greens got almost done, and cut up some fresh tomatoes and onions on top. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm getting ready. You like mixing your greens too, Vibrant? Collards are the only ones that I've never mixed. I always make collards on their own, but it's pretty good with that kale. So yeah. But I thought about something. I don't know if I should do this while I'm tipsy, but I'm gonna try it. Don't y'all laugh at me. As I'm always hollering, when I get out of here, like y'all been in the lab with the mad scientist with her pen and pad, but then I thought about it. I never read to them. I never give them the benefit of the pen and the pad. So I had made a promise to myself that the next time I went live, and y'all know I rarely go live, Kale and Collards, yeah, it's a yes, that I was going to read a little something to y'all or recite a little something. So I always have to give like a little backstory to where my writing comes from, because it really be like close to the heart type stuff. And with that said, my writing started, for those who I haven't told this to before, it started as an outlet. I would just be journaling. And then when I was still in elementary, one of my teachers, I would write little stuff and leave it on her desk, and she got me a journal, and it just kind of all grew from there. But I never thought it was poetry. I was just writing to get things off my chest. And so that's how I would do it. It would come in spurts. My hand get possessed. I write it or I type it, and then I have to go back and edit it later. I never planned it. It just happened. So as I got older, I started challenging myself. And this particular time, my sister was here, and she wanted me to just write, just make. And I'm like, I can't do it. So long story stupider, because it's way too late to make it short. I told Mr. to go to the store and buy me something, from a piece of candy to a diamond ring, and whatever you bring back, I'm gonna write about it. And he came back. Happened to be during like Easter time-ish, and he bought me this bag of green jelly beans. And that is what I ended up writing about. And I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna try to show y'all the typing. No, hell no. Wait, there it go. I don't know if that's showing, but the type is actually in green. It's the color that the jelly beans was. And I named it Sweet Rocks. And this is what I wrote from that damn bag of jelly beans. Sticks and stones break bones, but sweet rocks pierce the soul. Under your skin, you let them in because their heat is so damn cold. You anticipate the flavor as your taste buds begin to melt. In the aftermath, you lay sticky and sweaty, riding the sugary high you just felt. What is it about this candy treat that makes you lick your lips and tap your feet? A guilty pleasure that makes you feel so complete. These rocks are hard to get into, but the core is so warm and sweet. Sweet rocks come in many flavors with many different textures and many different layers. However, the key is not to devour. Nibble nice and slow, because this is a taste you'll want to savor. Even in small doses, they're guaranteed to hit the spot. Nevertheless, after one dip into the sugar bowl, you'll never want to stop. Your heart will race, your body will quiver, but that tingle in your spine is just sugar shock. And the only cure is more and more. So grab another handful of Sweet Rocks. What y'all think I was talking about? What's y'all's interpretation of Sweet Rocks? Because y'all nasty. I was talking about candy. I am missing comments because the StreamYard is ridiculous. And when I pull it up on my phone, if I missed anybody speaking, hey y'all, hey, love you bunches. Thanks for being here, because StreamYard be on a whole other situation. Sugar Shock, rock candy. What kind of rock candy? Did Pizza ever answer? Are we doing the conspiracy live or no? And I always forget to do. Y'all know I'm not well versed in the whole content creator thingy of it all. I just be doing what I do. Yeah, but before I get out of here, if she didn't answer Vibrant, okay. Lots of folks have been complaining about StreamYard today. Okay, so it's not just me, because whenever I can't do something, I feel like it's user error, because I'm still learning how to do stuff. And then I hate that little ugly duck when you don't pay for StreamYard, which I used to, and I do every blue moon, but not on a consistent basis like I used to, because I don't go live enough, and that's just a blatant waste of my money. But I hate that damn duck thingy, whatever it is. That is marketing genius, because I feel like a lot of people feel like me and don't want to look at that hideous thing. And so that duck is enough to make you pay the $25 just so you don't have to look at it. So kudos to the marketing team on that. Did I ever tell y'all I worked in marketing for a minute? I've had a bunch of different jobs paying my way through college for my primary situation that I was trying to get to. I have worked in many jobs, and yeah, I've done marketing. I was a flagger, which means something completely different now. But back then, flagging, that was when the internet was just going up and getting. Flagging was, say, if Vibrant got a cookie company and I'm her flagger, I would go and make ads to get people to click her link. And whether they made a purchase or not, she got paid according to how many clicks she got. And what I figured out as a flagger is that sex sells. So if Vibrant had grandma's baked cookies, her ad, if I would make her an ad, it would say something like, click the link to see two women getting hot in the kitchen, or some crap like that, because sex sells. So yeah, that's what I done. I was a flagger. And now that's called, what is it called? When you get people to come to your channel and you ain't talking about, would you like fries with that? Right. That type of, what is that called? I can't even think of it. Clickbait. Yeah. That clickbaiting used to be my job. So yeah, there was that. But I've done just about everything except fast food. I never worked in the fast food industry because I knew not to tempt the Lord thy God, because them customers, I can't do it. But yeah, I even was a 911 dispatcher at one point, and that was, people don't last on that job a long time, because some of the people don't last a long time with that. And you literally have to be sworn in, and you get a little badge, and that whole situation, you are considered an officer when you do that job. I don't know if people know that 911 and 411 are quite different. And I will say the worst call was a child was attacked by a pit bull, and I had to take that call. And you don't get to, well, you're not supposed to, after you hang up, that's it. You're not supposed to know how it came out or how everybody's doing. But, of course, we all talked. And that's, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, but you're not supposed to. And the stupidest I'll never forget this. The dumbest damn 911 emergency call I got was a mayonnaise sandwich eating person called because she had a run in her damn stockings and she was going out that night and the stores was closed and she couldn't get no more. And I'm like, wait, what? Do you realize that this is a 911 emergency response? Well, my stockings are torn. That is an emergency. I don't even remember how I handled that, but I'll never forget that dummy making that call. And she was dead. I don't know. I want to now think that I was being trolled way back then, but the whole sound dead ass serious to me. She thought it was okay to call 911 because she had a run in her stockings and the stores was closed. What the hell did she want me to do? Anyway, I've worked a lot of different types of jobs because I'm a chronic overdoer. And I can admit that about myself. I'm very self-aware. Like I know I talk too much. Like I've been sitting here rambling. How long we've been here? 40 some odd minutes. What the hell have I talked about? Everything and nothing all at the same time. I'm very self-aware. But with that said, I'm going to get on up out of here and go see what everybody else is doing or take my raggedy dusty self to bed. One of the two is going to happen because I'm tipsy, I'm hot, and I'm not cooking crap else. If I go, I'm not even going to walk back through my kitchen because if I go back through my kitchen, I'm going to think of something else to cook and I ain't doing it. So I'm going to take the shortcut to my bedroom. I get on my tablet. So I will see you all around these YouTube streets. Thank y'all so much for coming to listen to me ramble. That is so kind and wonderful of y'all because y'all know I don't ever be talking about anything, but y'all show up anyway. Just to hear me run my mouth. So thank you so much. And thank you for all of my lab techs for being here. Vibrant, you are so faithful. You always show up and you always do the thing. That's my number one lab tech right there. So thank you all. You have been in the lab with the mad scientist with her pen and pad. Learn things.